is CIOI-FM.
CIOI-FM.
Hamilton's 101.5 The Hawk.
Kiss is a Killer. Sabrina, right there for you. Are you on the line? Sabrina.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am on the line.
Hey, what do you think of my song choice there?
Kiss is a Killer.
Oh,
yeah?
you like that,
Pardon? Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. It was nice to hear it again.
I guess that's your signature single, from what I understand, because I did some reading on you, and I went and listened back to some of your songs, and that was like the big. Well, I wouldn't say it's a radio friendly song. But some of your other songs I listen to, I think, are really good. Like The Front Line, I was checking out again the other day. I played it 3 times in the afternoon. I was like, oh, this is a great song. But like, just to start the interview off properly, on the line with me right now on Steel City Music, that's heard on the Hawk, is Sabrina Fallah. She's from Ottawa, Ontario. She's a singer-songwriter. And her influences are, and is this correct, Green Day, Bon Jovi, Billy Idol?
Yes.
There has to be a female influence somewhere, isn't there?
Well, see, I was listening more to those bands when I was getting into the rock feel of the genre I wanted to be in. Like, I did like to sing on just for fun. Before I went into rock, I would sing like Simple Plan.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Or Evanescence, like I love Evanescence.
Sure. Oh, really?
Their first album, their first one, and Avril Lavigne, of course. I have to say Avril Lavigne.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't say that Avril or Evanescence have influenced me, even though some people have told me that I sound like Avril when I sing some of her songs. But I don't know. I've just been so into male bands.
Right. Okay. Well, I just said that because like as far as like aggression on the vocals, I was hearing the Joan Jett influence right there.
Oh. You know, is that in the front line?
That would be in the one that you just sang. Actually, in some of the other songs, just on how you when you aggressively sing, I heard little bits of Joan Jett. But that's just me. You know, people can hear other things, like you say.
I hear that a lot, and I'm still trying to figure out where in my voice I'm hearing that. Because also somebody told me yesterday that I reminded them of Lita Ford.
Oh, really?
I'm like, really?
Wow.
Like, that's a new one. I guess there's so much out there that I haven't heard of, and all these names, and I'm like, really? I have to check her out. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I hear it there.
Yeah. Some spots you hear it, and other times that people tell you they well, it's this old argument that I have with wouldn't say argument that with I have with my friends, and when you're talking to musicians, everyone needs to know like where to draw a comparison to figure you out. They go, oh well, she's like this, so you go, oh, but then when you do hear the person, like, no, they're really not that much like that person. So our brain needs to decipher that just a little bit. I also found out that you recorded with Stuart Epps.
Yes.
Yeah. How did you meet? Now, Stuart Epps, you worked with Elton John, Led Zeppelin.
Oasis.
How did you meet up with Stuart Epps?
Well, in 2010, when I was in college at Algonquin College, I did the pre-music production program, and we had a producer's class, and the producer could either come inside, like the classroom, talk to us, or call us on the phone, or Skype with us. Right. And that day, he called us on Skype, and we did a video call so he could see us and we could see him. And I was sitting on the right-hand side at the front, and I was very shy back then, so I would have my hoodie up, and I would not want people to notice me, but I did, but I was just shy.
Right.
But I'm better now. But back then I was very, very shy.
Sure.
So what happened was he was asking the class who plays the guitar, who writes, who sings, like who is serious to do this, like really, really hardcore. And I was raising my hand up and down. Everything he asked, my hand was just staying up. And out of the blue, he asked my teacher, Lou, who is in the front row sitting on the left-hand side? I'm like, Lou, I think it's me. I'm like, oh my God, he picked me from 40 students in the class. He picked me to talk to. And then all he wanted to know was how I write. Sure. Do I follow a special formula? Because some people follow the actual songwriting formula, the structure. Now I do. But before, I was just writing the way I felt and just writing it the way I wanted and not focusing on that. And then I guess he liked what I was saying. And then at some point he said, I would like you to send me a couple of your songs, rough draft or anything that you're working on. I want to hear it. And this is happening in the class, right? Like I'm like freaking out, like, oh my God. And then he told my teacher to send him my email, or to give him his email, to give me his email so I can contact him. And then it took us a year to get to know each other, to know what I wanted. And then 2011, I went to England and I recorded.
And what was that?
He knew exactly what I wanted. I told him old school Green Day. I don't want to be fixed. I want to be raw. I want people to hear my actual voice. I don't want you to put stuff in my voice because I don't like autotune.
Right.
I try to beg the producers not to put autotune in it, you know?
Right. So did he make the first EP? Like, was it an EP that you put out with him?
Yeah, 5-song EP. I had 10 songs, and we chose the best 5 that we felt would be good and strong for the EP. Yeah.
Now, when you were working with him, it was just all your songs. When did you start doing like co-writes with other people? Have you actually worked with other singer-songwriters to write on tunes? Yes,
for all of the songs I have put out, I wrote them myself, and then I gave it to the songwriter, and then we worked on it together, or we did it from scratch. Right. I love co-writing because there's so much more you can do with the second writer. Right. If you get blocked or stuck on something, somebody else can help you.
And sorry, you did some of this back in 2016 down in Nashville.
Yes.
How did you end up getting? What turned you on to going down to Nashville to do some songwriting?
Well, I got an opportunity to go down there to write, and I didn't even know Nashville was even accepting rock artists because I thought it was just country. But now I found out everything has changed. Everybody's going to Nashville now to write, to get known. So I worked with a couple songwriters, and we wrote 10 songs, and I had to choose 5. And it was great. Everybody was so nice, but everybody there was a musician. So it's like I felt at home because everybody there was friendly and... Yeah.
So there was like you were in with your kin, so to speak, a family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so when you did all of that stuff, now was in between that period, did you not work with Chris Burkett? He's like he worked with Buffy St. Marie and Sinead O'Connor, Quincy Jones, and Peter Gabriel. Yes. Tell us about that.
I forgot which song it was, but he actually showed me a song of Buffy's that was about to hit the radio, but before it went on radio, I got to hear it beforehand. I was like, whoa. Yeah. I think it was her last one, but I can't remember, but it was awesome. Yes. How I met him, well, I was in Toronto doing, open mics here and there, trying to get known, and then I was trying to find another producer. So I'm in the Songwriters Association of Canada, and I went to one of the sessions, the groups at night, and I just was walking in there, and I saw this guy putting his bike on a pole, and just I was asking him, am I in the right place for the songwriting night? He said, yeah, and then we just started talking, and then I told him I was looking for a new producer, and then he just so happened to tell me, oh, I'm working with Chris Burkett, I can give you his number. I'm like, wow. Wow, that was fast.
That's great.
Like right there and then, like sometimes you're just lucky at the right time. Lucky, somebody's right there. And then I called Chris up the next day, and he was so nice, and we just started working right away. He tried to fit me into a schedule, and it was great.
That's a nice story. I'm glad that you've kind of were lucky enough to have these meetings with different people at different points in your life that are guiding you in your career. You've been primarily the last little while you're just playing in the Ottawa area. Will you be playing anywhere in Southern Ontario, down where folks at this end, like Hamilton, Toronto area, can see you?
I have performed there. I'm trying to go back there. I'm trying to get some more shows and stuff like that. I would love to go back.
Okay.
I do have family in Toronto, so I can stay there and perform as long as I want. So.
How many times do you do shows in a month? Like, do you do little jaunts going up north, or do you do out east, or is it just primarily in the Ottawa area?
As many as I can get, as many as I can do.
Okay. Yeah. So your schedule is flexible enough to do all of it.
I would be on stage every day if I could.
If you could, yeah.
If I could have that opportunity, like I did the open mic scene. I'm not saying I don't want to do it anymore, but I've done it.
Right.
I have that stage presence. I don't need to practice going on stage, learning this and that. I just like doing shows when I have a gig or a festival or an opportunity. I don't, or some places that do open mics, they do shows too. So it's good to go back to those places too, a network.
Well, great. Well, keep in contact with us here at the radio station. Let us know when you're going to come down to the Southern Ontario area if you do get the opportunity, and we'd love to have you stop by the station. We're going to go on our front line. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Thanks for checking in with us. It's 12:40 right now. Sabrina Fallah was on the line, and we're going to play some Frontline for you right now here on Steel City Music.
broadcasting on campus at Mohawk College in Hamilton.